Welcome back to jolly old England. Let me pop this open so I can keep an eye on my stream data. And go to the St. Giles Rookery. That's probably up a little. I don't want to deal with that right now. Excuse me. Rats.
There's something going on. Hang on. Where's the rest? Search me. Search me? Ah! Now what was that?
Take that illustration, thank you. Is my gear that bad? Not gang upgrades. That's not great. Alright.
Hello there.
Hello.
How's the stream going?
As far as I can tell, everything's working fine. The mic's not muted this time.
That's always nice. I don't know how these things keep coming to catch me by surprise. Really, you think I'd be expecting them around this time of day by now?
One would think.
Glad to see you're feeling better after that nasty business in the Temple of Chaos.
Yep, just had to, you know, shake it off.
Slept off the unconsciousness and time travel.
Yep.
I'm just glad that all of us, collectively as a team, were able to save the world.
Yep. Well, I don't think I'm going to flee and protect our captain.
I mean, you can always just...
Where's he going?
It's not going to. I'm working. That's right, I'm a flawless fighter. Without peer. Alright, a larger bullet pouch schematic for all those guns that I fire.
Apparently there's an ongoing theory that... Sorry, it's something I just noticed has been going on for a bit.
Oh, is this about the Arcolect thing?
Yes, people are freaking out and going like, oh, it's gonna be Silent Hills.
It's so not.
It's not, but...
It'd be great. I would love if it would, but it's not.
Don't think it's gonna turn out to be...
Believe me, I would
like
love
I said
to believe.
before, Silent Hills was my dream game. The idea of Kojima and Del Toro and Junji Ito all working together on a fucking Silent Hill game was everything I wanted and more.
What if
It's not gonna happen.
What if they put James Sunderland in Super Smash Brothers?
Whatever, Heather or bust.
You would be all about another sword character.
No, pipe though. Or the magical girl beams. Well, okay, to be honest, that'd probably be the final Smash. Yeah. That or summoning a UFO with a late waste wheel.
Put generic Silent Hill 4 man, whose name is...
Henry Townsend.
Yes.
I am pretty sure.
That sounds right.
It sounds right, but it's Silent Hill 4 guy, so who even knows?
Oh, there it is. Let's go liberate some children.
That's probably a good plan. Can't these children just liberate themselves?
Sometimes you have to help the bootstraps along.
I mean, you are in Europe. That's how the people do things over there. For now, anyways.
Ba-da-bum.
It is weird how things in Europe went from mostly fine, it seemed like, to just
On fire
riots.
constantly.
Yeah, like in the case of France, literally. Apparently there were people burning toll booths last weekend.
That sounds like fun.
Which resulted in more than one death, as it turned out.
Oh, that's less fun.
Yeah, protests getting maybe a bit out of hand.
Keeps telling me to upgrade my gear, but there's really not a whole lot of gear I can
But I mean-
upgrade into.
There's one thing I've learned from Assassin's Creed, it's that revolutions in France are great.
Yeah.
Because they show the Templars what's up.
That's how this
Thanks,
works.
assassins. I had a funny thought earlier, but I can't say it because it would be a spoiler for a later Assassin's Creed game. We'll just say that I believe there is room for retroactive playable character DLC of the Sonic and Knuckles variety. To maybe just add someone into every Assassin's Creed game retroactively.
You know, that'd be kind of fun. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Maybe instilling a bit of fear in their hearts would do.
That would be interesting.
Speaking of, did you pick up the new Assassin's Creed DLC thing that apparently dropped?
Nope.
That one from the 4th, I think it was?
Oh, the whatever of the first blade or whatever.
Yeah.
I did not.
Still no progress.
I was thinking about it, but his awful poster in Smash was gonna drop. so, you know.
Oh, dude, that dude's body freaked out.
That said, apparently 2B is now in Soul Calibur.
If little
Yep.
Master Daniels
So I may have to
were
get
to
the-
just suddenly go missing,
That. Finally.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how long it was actually going to take. I'm glad it did not take until next year. Considering when they announced it, they did not put a date. Man, weird guest characters are great.
Yeah.
oh, I suspect
Like
the news
Negan.
of a missing friend might add a little inspiration.
Oh. Alright, so between Negan in Tekken, 2B in Soul Calibur, and Joker in Smash Brothers, Negan is still the weirdest, right?
Yes.
By a mile.
By,
Okay.
by a very large margin.
What the fuck, Tekken? But we can agree that all of those are better choices than Kage for Street Fighter V, right?
Yes. Also, whatever that dude's name is, Cage. I will
No,
not.
he is not cool enough to be called Cage.
No, he is dumb enough to be called Cage. He's not cool enough to be
Fair.
called Kage.
Name one cool person named Kage.
Kagemaru from Virtua Fighter.
I mean, dead or alive?
God damn it. Why do you do this to me?
Because you walk into it every time.
He wasn't even in Dead or Alive, make me mad.
I know. It's a shame that he only showed up in that weird spin-off. Maybe one day he'll break into the main series.
I hate
It's like getting
this.
called. It's like getting called up from NXT.
Oh, this is continues to get worse and worse, make me mad.
To be fair, I actually like the called up from NXT comparison because it gets way worse once you make it to the main roster.
Oh yeah.
You see him? He should be.
Just my luck. Take care of him. Here we go.
Why aren't there any actual ninjas in the WWE?
Because the last time they did it, it didn't end up very well, I don't think.
Who was the last actual ninja?
I don't know.
Like, they've got Mustafa Ali, but he's like a cyberpunk.
He's like Sub-Zero
Yeah,
and cool.
he's cool. But, like, he's flashy, he's like a ninja covered in neon lights. Which is really, you know, kind of cool.
It's not very stealthy.
Doesn't seem like it. And you would know a thing or two about stealth.
I would.
Playing all these Assassin's Creed games.
I would know a thing or two about stealth. Like,
You've yet to trigger the alarm.
I have yet.
Pretty stealthy.
It's true.
This is stealthy, it's just like aggressive.
Yeah,
You can't be detected if they're all dead.
it's true. That was how I was playing some more Hitman earlier today, and
I saw a few pictures from the Hitman. How is that?
it's still good. Still really
How would you say
goofy.
it compares to the first season?
I liked the first. I would say that I think the first season is better. The maps.
Finished new Hitman?
I've not. I am 2 maps from the end, I think. I have to do like rural Vermont and then whatever the last one is. But like I feel like there were more.
Hush now.
I like the stages and stuff in the first Hitman. It seems a bit more focused. Like, I don't think there has been a single stage in New Hitman that hasn't had like 3 people to kill, except the Miami one. I do like a lot of the new, or I like a lot of the weird opportunities or whatever, the mission stories and stuff. Those are really fun in this game. I murdered someone by becoming a tattoo artist and just running up on them and jabbing the tattoo needle in their brain, and that was
Ow.
a real messed up thing to
Messed
do.
up? Yeah.
But they were like, they ran a cartel, so they deserved it.
Okay.
I
A real grudge against the cartels lately.
yeah. I choked a lady out with measuring tape because I dressed up like a tailor. Also, there was one thing that I think I posted on the Twitter today about I got a mission object or a feat that was become a denim angel, and that was the thing with the goofy wings and Hitman wearing like jeans and a weird denim jacket.
Really, all these seasons have taught us is that 47 missed his real calling as a fashion model.
Really did. I mean, the denim angel was an actor as well, so
Oh,
like really, if Hitman was not in the Hitman business, he would 100%. He belongs in the entertainment industry. Where is this other lady?
What's making...
Oh, there she is.
He doesn't belong here! Stop him!
What's up?
Damn, he's lost it all.
Later.
No good. I must escape.
Just mini stabbings.
kind of the name of it. Maybe not really, but maybe it should be.
Mini stabbings syndicate.
We can just replace the subtitle with like a location name. Time and location.
Mini stabbings London 1700s. Or 1800s,
Yeah.
rather.
And then you apply that same naming convention to every Assassin's Creed game and it still makes sense.
It's true.
You really elaborately murdered that one guy near that crate.
I really did.
Seems, Jesus, these all seem excessive.
It's fine.
And by excessive, I just mean they take forever.
They're cool looking though.
I mean, sure, but there's also a certain amount of coolness to just getting to the point.
Burk burk.
Yeah, dogs, they're gonna be upset. Whatever.
That's something.
Lord knows within. So yeah, due to family nonsense, I was sadly unable for any streaming nonsense over the weekend. Business.
Dang. Hold on.
Ow.
Tackle this thief.
Something is going on.
I'm continuing to try to figure out how to get to this locked chest because locked chests are good. Maybe it's in the Fight Club?
Could be.
It appears to be in the Fight Club. Convenient.
Thieving scum!
Lord Jonathan's Retribution. Unfortunately, they are worse than my board with some nails sticking out the side. But they are called Lord Jonathan's Retribution.
Who the hell is Jonathan?
I don't know.
The only Jonathan I care about whips Dracula in the face.
My brother's name is Jonathan. He did not whip
alright.
Dracula in the face.
Rush it. Wait till he's alone.
There's the...
What's her name?
Check my... How many skills points have I got? I got 2. Conveniently, we're about to do one of those kidnapping missions, so might as well buy the thing what makes it so the kidnapped people don't escape.
I'm really glad those missions went away. Like, I get the idea, and it would have been fine if it was just once or something during the story, like just a thing that you did. But the fact that there's so many of them all over the map just is like, God, it's anti-fun.
Yeah, they're not that bad. They're not, you know...
I really didn't enjoy them. To be fair, I also never bought the thing that made them just super easy. Because I was always going to buy that and then going like, oh, but there's this other thing.
As you can tell, I also did that, and now we've gotten to the point where it's just like, oh, might as well. What with 2 zones to go on, you know, liberating all of London.
I mean, really, once you've liberated
Oh,
London, why do you
shit.
need to finish the rest of the game? It's pretty much done, right? Just
Guy really is on a mission. Pardon me. Nope. You stop.
Help me, someone.
Nope. Again. No. Oh, you missed, Jacob. Get out.
how's it going?
This is very silly.
Help me, someone. I'm being attacked.
Work together, lads.
Man. Get in the thing. Ow. Jesus. I'm mostly confused as to why he just immediately took off like that, but you know.
Stop right there.
Not what I wanted to say.
Try that again. Oh, he's gone. Still. Let's go to a different area. There are no... Whatever. What?
Uh-huh. What bizarre things happening. Oh, Lord.
Ghost carriage!
When I get my mitts on you, you'll wish you'd come quietly.
Blimey.
That was amusing. I don't think that's how that's supposed to go.
I mean, I think a lot of stuff in the last few minutes has not gone the way it was supposed to.
That's very true. Also, I want to point out that like every single takeover event has just vanished from the minimap.
That's probably a good sign.
Yeah. So we're just gonna like run over here for a little bit and then hope they come back. Hey, they're back.
Yay. So I believe you said you're not going to bother with all the dumb music boxes in this one, right?
I may try because I have the map that gets you all of them. But I don't particularly care for the
Yeah, it's not fantastic.
the item you get.
Show me what you're made of.
Oh shit.
What's he doing here? Come here!
Heads up! We are driving!
Oh, get out.
Guards! Help me, someone! I'm being attacked!
No, out.
Guards! Help me, someone! I'm being attacked!
No.
Hey, old mister! You can hurt me! Guards! Help me! Help me!
Okay, now you can tackle.
Help me! Help me, someone! I'm being attacked!
Now just fight.
Cut your tongue out! I'm gonna knock his teeth in! Just try to stop me!
Video games. I'm gonna have to blast him out.
What? Unhappy wretch! Can't you see I'm busy?
Settle down, Mr. King. Hush. Don't want to draw attention to yourself, do you?
Guards! Help me!
Still just killing one person at a time and having more run up.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm very powerful gun. I just mean like I shot that one guy and he got a front flip.
So which way does it count as a moonsault and which way does it count as a sunset flip?
Let's go.
Is that a directional thing? I always assumed it was which way you flip.
For one thing, a sunset flip involves like flipping over a dude trying to powerbomb you.
Okay, probably getting it.
You're thinking of a moonsault and a shooting star press, I think?
That's
the
probably
way.
yes.
Moonsault is do backflip, shooting star press, and do front flip.
Steady on. Hold on. Ring 5.
This is a very intense bounty hunt.
Maybe one of the last ones.
I don't remember if there are any. Well, I assume there's the last one.
I mean, I kind of just assumed that everyone.
Some have more than that.
Iowa.
Keep moving.
Hitman was the first person.
Just got the MMA fight in Assassin's Creed 2. This is supposed to be
Who's a good horse?
Never have 40 seconds to get on the board.
Why would you take
Easy,
Seamus
girl.
when Cesaro?
That's an extremely good point that you're being picked on.
Let's go.
Much thanks. I'll take it from here.
Hey, that guy gave me another fancy looking gun. Hooray!
I like that you became anonymous by running around in a circle around this block, just ramming the same people over and over.
Well, eventually all the people went away, and then I
Yeah.
became anonymous. Let's see here. Got two skill point skills left, and then a bunch of 4 and 6 ones. Almost gotten all the skills. Hooray. Just gonna equip throwing knives instead of the pistol because, you know, some modicum of
Generally better.
stealth. Just a tiny bit of it. Oops, who's... Oh, hello.
You should probably upgrade your gear, the game says.
Probably, but I don't have a lot of gear with what to upgrade with.
You were saying like gears.
No, it's like I'm lacking blueprints.
Oh. There you go.
Missions, chests, etc. That was level 3. Just kind of punching him moderately ineffectually. This has gone like bad enough.
Man does not take damage.
You'll be singing a different tune once I'm
Oh, Kobliney, where'd the boss go? Says that man.
This is your last round. Enjoy.
They're incredibly effective items, and this is, I think, the last time they ever show up. Well, you can get a skill that's like a smoke bomb. And
Yeah. They return in spirit, honestly. Although, I think I agree with, because I finally ended up getting that Ring of Chaos, or whatever it is, skill, and I think I agree with you that that one is actually a way better
Spartacade.
ability than I first gave it credit for.
Oh, yeah.
It's just big area damage all around you. And if you happen to have a bunch of stuff that increases, say, your fire damage and build up, and you have fire on your weapon when you use that, you just set everyone around you on fire simultaneously.
That sounds
And it's
convenient.
fantastic. It's great. Although late game I ended up going more poison than fire. Though aesthetically I like the fire better.
I ended up going neither. Just... Admittedly, also...
Like, it took the full charged assassination for me to kill most people. Like, if he wasn't an archer, I couldn't one-shot him with something.
4 more to go in the Strand. And then Minnie in Westminster.
Oh, I was gonna mention, this isn't a This Week in Comic Books thing,
I've heard about you.
but,
Lighters,
there were a few things I was
do
reading.
away with this nuisance.
What were they? Let's see. Oh, that Magic Order book took a little bit further. It's like, oh, you went for the super obvious plot twist. That, like, I called back in, like, the second issue, and it was like, no, that seems way too obvious to actually really do. And then they did it. It was like, oh.
Hey, I stabbed that man really good real quick, and now I gotta go.
Fantastic.
I like skipping boss fights.
Victor Lynch.
This posse is very upsetting me.
I mean, that guy should have not shown up there.
He really shouldn't have. Either that or, like, start taunting from a farther distance.
Yeah.
Because, like, I took 5 steps and then I was just on him.
Let's see. Oh, and in terms of other comics that went bad, that Champions story arc where they all got sucked into crazy D&D world. It seemed interesting at first. They just ended it after like 5 issues, really anticlimactically.
Thanks,
And that was-
arcade.
It wasn't even an arcade thing.
Oh,
That looks like a mess.
It was just they got sucked into a magical fantasy world and they all got turned into D&D characters.
We're counting on you now.
thanks, arcade.
But yeah, it was lame.
Remember when arcade sucked Gwenpool and people into the D&D world?
Oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
And then they fought Deadpool.
Yeah.
And Deadpool was like, haha, I'm Deadpool, I win. And then Gwenpool was like, but it's my comic though. And Deadpool was like, you raise an excellent point.
It's a pretty good point. For a second I thought Kill Criminals prompt was over that kid.
Again, I'm unsure quite how to get to this locked treasure chest.
I'm sure there's nothing important to it, don't worry.
I did get a new belt for, you know, randomly stabbing that man. So let's see if I can equip that. I can! Maybe now it'll stop yelling at me to upgrade my gear.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Odyssey was also really bad about yelling at me to upgrade my gear. He kept telling me that I had stuff in my inventory I didn't even put on. And I was like, no, I like what I have better. My
Yeah.
helmet looks cooler. Stop telling me to put on a different helmet.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Although, later they added the cosmetic thing, so it wouldn't matter. But still, sometimes they were telling me to upgrade my stuff, even when it was like, but the better stuff has worse skills.
But
The other stuff would make me better at assassinating people, and only losers do that.
we'll show you how good the assassin build is when we get there.
Oh, I'm sure it's super good if you're a coward.
Big coward.
For anyone not willing to just run barehanded into a Roman military camp and start knocking fools out. Greek, whatever.
One of those,
Same thing.
roughly.
They have the same gods, just with a different name. And if there's one thing I've learned over the years, that makes you exactly the same. Oh hey, another music box.
I give up.
I do wish there was a cool, like, ancient Greek, ancient alien suit of power armor or something in Odyssey you could get. Mostly I really like the dumb Mayan Iron Man suit from Black Flag.
Yeah.
I really wish the other games had something like that.
Origins kind of does. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I think I saw a screenshot of it, yeah.
Get rid of him!
answer is none, then they have fucked up.
Literally. Or I guess not literally.
Yeah. However that works.
I like that that guy just came to me. That was really, really handy. Excuse me. I don't want to hijack your carriage. I mean, I could, but it's an awful lot of effort. Instead, I'd rather hunt this bounty.
I'm being pursued! Help!
Me?
Looks like bother to me.
Punch people.
Oi! What do you think you're doing? I'm busy here!
Hush, Mr. Fowler. Quiet down.
What in God's name was that for?
Let's go.
Spying on another print house, are we?
Was not. Alright, maybe I was. But I'm tired of everyone getting what they want besides me.
That's
Nobody ever asked old Gilbert what he wanted.
Save it for the sergeant, Fowler.
You would think they would be easier to find than this.
What's all that then?
There's a road.
What's all that argy-bargy about then? What's going on over there? Should I be concerned?
Sorry, let's go. Ha! I'm free!
I was too casually running that guy, and then I ran past some more enemy gang members.
Now come now! Please let me go!
Call for help.
Now come now!
Who's that?
Please let me go!
And he
Now,
ran
where
away
were
with
we?
it. I'm very sad about that.
I hate
up?
these kidnapping missions.
It's fine. We're good.
Someone get me out of here!
Guess what? There's one more in this one. Another successful kidnapping. Nobody is any the wiser. Anybody is none the wiser. Everybody is none the wiser. No one knew that I kidnapped this man. There we go. That's a much better way to say that. It was very stealth-like in nature.
One less building.
Stealth was used. Somewhat.
It was a sneaking mission. The use of stealth was required. I have 3 skill points available. Let's increase Jacob's stealth stat. That stat that I use so much.
Industry's ready. Progress.
There's a very good
I have not read any of the comic book that I've been reading. I don't know if it is updated since...
Which one was the one you were... Oh, Westwood Rangers.
Yeah. I assume it's probably updated since the last time I read it, but... been doing other things. Oh, did the, did the Arcolect thing pan out or whatever?
Oh, I haven't looked back at that.
Because I'm gonna guess the answer is no, but you know.
Apparently it posted some kind of weird colored dot puzzle. That now
good.
people are trying to solve the puzzle. It's like fucking Peter Miller.
Hi, Pezza!
Where'd you
Get
go?
this idiot off my back!
Where'd you go?
Fight like my lad.
Boys, I need this.
Pezza! Get this!
Well,
Terminus for you, my
well,
friend.
that's unfortunate. Turns out, like, knocking a lady out of a moving vehicle and then running her over is maybe not the best way to keep someone alive. Which is, you know, really unfortunate.
Doing fine, girl.
mean, I liked it.
It's fine, but it's not Ron Perlman.
It's not. And Guillermo del Toro's not involved.
That's kind of the other problem.
Well,
Keep moving.
I could go and see that, or I could just watch the old ones again.
I didn't say bring her back dead.
I mean, I know what I do. Spoilers, just watch the old ones.
Yeah,
Man, those things are rad.
they are. Actually, let me check a thing in the map real quick. Doo-doo-doo. There are only 3 more bounty hunts in the entire game. Make me mad.
Oh, good. Legitimately.
Gentlemen.
Walk on, stupid nag.
And also, only one more takeover activity until I take over this penultimate district.
All ages, hear me. You are tired, hear me. Stop the intruder!
Weird.
Huh?
From the trailer for the Hellboy thing, it looks like they're adapting these I was literally about to say, like, man, that was a really great story arc. I kind of wish that, you know, one of the movies that Del Toro did have gone into that point, but you'd have to do a lot of building up to it, because you can't just start with that shit. It's like,
Well,
you can't start with that. It's literally the showstopper. God damn it. It is a really fucking amazing story.
hey! Now I have to go yell at some gang members to join me. Also, I've earned a skill point. So I will grab this final 2-cost skill.
If the blighters want to fight for the ownership of this borough, let's give them what they
Right.
want.
Time to conquer the Strand.
I hear you've dealt with Mr. Lone terms. Now all that stands between you and the Strand are his ever-loyal cronies. Good luck.
This borough belongs to us.
I beat up your boss. Now I'm going to beat you up so that the remaining ones will fight with me now. think this is how this works. How is the there's Victorian, Elizabethan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Jacob and Evie Fry.
I'm no expert in British history.
No one cares
You
about
all work for us.
Especially not England.
it. Apparently not. See what they've done with the place? That was a very easy fight.
It was. I only needed to kill 5 people. And they're like, wow. I didn't know you were didn't realize that Jacob Fry was this hardcore. Let's go hang out with Charles Darwin.
Back again, Jacob. Glad to see you.
Cheeky bugger.
I probably should have gone to my train, but I'm going to do this Darwin mission first, and then go to my train, because there's, I believe, a story mission on my train. I wonder what Charles Darwin has to say. He says, I hate bees. They're very weird. Jacob, your leg. That's not how legs are supposed to work. Ah. Died. When the stream catches up, you're gonna have to take a look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is... Huh. That's, ouch. That's gonna cramp.
Yeah?
Keep it like that. His best Spider-Man impression over here. Oh, that's rough. But it's back. Pop back in. It's
Yeah, just walk it off.
climb it off.
I didn't know you had a twin sister, Mr. Fry.
Evie Fry, sir. It's a pleasure.
Usually I would reciprocate the sentiment, Miss Fry, but today I'm afraid nothing will bring me pleasure.
What's troubling you, sir?
I am used to people challenging my ideas. In fact, I live for it, the cut and thrust of spirited debate. Lately, however, attacks against my reputation have taken a darker turn. threats of violence against my person and against my colleagues. I do not wish anyone to be hurt because of my research.
You helped me with Starrick syrup. I am in your debt.
We help each other, sir.
My brother and I will make sure that you can continue your work in peace.
What do you know of bones?
Let's
I know how
locate
much
Dr.
pressure it takes to
Schwartz.
shatter, snap, or splinter one.
Perhaps it would be simpler if I just explained the situation. A few days ago, a German colleague, Dr. Schwartz, sent me a telegram.
I could stand around and keep talking to Charles Darwin, or I could just go locate Dr. Schwartz. Let's actually get in there. Oops, nope, don't do that, Jacob. Why? Why all the way up? Oh, there's Dr. Schwartz. I want to point out that the full synchro here is remain undetected, which I'm very good at, so we're definitely going to get the full synchronization.
What's going on?
What is the meaning of this?
I'm collecting you and your precious cargo for our friend Mr. Darwin. Just act natural.
So, how is your father? By which I mean my dear brother Frank, with whom I grew up, of course. Oh, splendid! Wonderful to hear. I'll do my best not to call attention to how remiss he was in forgetting to warn me about the delicate situation which brings me here today.
You'll never find him in this crowd.
Oh, that's
You're a threat!
Stay back, Doctor!
the lady didn't have like a thing on her head indicating that she was a bad
Die
person,
without your protection.
but she was a bad person.
Like finding a needle in a haystack, this is.
Well, that person is also a bad person.
You're just going to leave me
Very
here?
good at stealth.
I feel like the game should have been more explicitly clear that she was going to, you know, protect you and be evil, because she is straight up wearing the Temple Cross on her shoulder.
Wouldn't hurt to know what the
It's like,
bugger
I
looks
feel like you would notice that.
It's fine.
Not you as a person, like in game, it is weird to see using like stealth mode.
It's doing a real good job of...
I will
The
surely
Templars,
die
these guys
without your
seem to go down
protection.
awful.
To be fair, I could have done this mission way earlier.
True.
Never a quiet moment in London, I suppose.
Wouldn't hurt to know what the bugger looks like.
Like, I think this has a recommended level of 5, and I am level 8, so... Oh no!
Schwartz never got on the train.
It was a trap! That wasn't the real Dr. Schwartz. I must kill him now, because he's gonna go kill Charles Darwin. And that's bad.
Darwin's theories.
Off the
Stop, and I might let you live!
carriage. Yeah.
Focus on the big one! Come and find me! Break him into
That was a fun double kill.
Now to take this fossil to Darwin.
Oh yeah. I do a lot of that.
Kind of required.
Yep.
At last! My heart hasn't stopped pounding. You have it?
Fortunately, Dr.
Wonderful.
Schwartz is dead.
Where is Dr. Schwartz?
Most likely dead, I'm afraid. He never left Germany.
Ouch.
At least I managed to get the fossil back.
Dear Lord. I should tell you, I was recently approached by men who sought to purchase all my research on the condition I work only for them. Obviously, I refused. Scientific knowledge cannot be bought. It belongs to everyone. Let these villains do their worst.
Oh, I'm very far away from another upgrade. Skill upgrade, rather. Oh, hey, there's also some DLC missions I could run and do, but we're gonna hop on the train. Loading screens.
Yep, still fun to mess around in. Kind of sad that Odyssey just went with a straight loading screen.
Not have this thing where you can run around in it.
Yeah, there's no dumb... I always thought it was a, mistake not to have, like, little obstacles and whatnot to jump over and on in you.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Just load in the Resident Evil 6 playground to run around on.
The little panda bear.
Yeah.
Let's craft some upgrades while we're here. If I do this, I'll get the Master Assassin outfit.
I mean, it's no maximum Dracula.
That's true.
What good is a key if you don't know what lock it opens?
I dare say Miss Thorne is in the same predicament.
Henry! Mr. Green, here, this is it.
This matches a casket owned by the Queen, kept in the Tower of London.
It's a fortress.
How did they make a cool
I don't suppose you have any
train
friends
base
there.
so boring?
A
What?
guardsman?
This train base
If
is
you can
cool.
find him once you're
But
inside.
there's nothing to do there.
I'll
You
talk to
can
you again when I
collect
have
your
the shout. Thank you for your help.
inventory.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Good luck.
It's not much.
Evie?
You can buy gang upgrades that you can also do on the menu. You can hang out with the weird Scottish lady.
Lots of guards. Predictable patrol routes.
While we're here. Oh, no, not inventory. Skills.
No, I hadn't heard that.
No?
Actual good news for once in the news, which is apparently we're finally pulling out of Syria. I mean, I guess good news being on what side of that you're on, but I am all for not being in Syria.
Admittedly, I feel like it was a little dicey the way that got around with the whole... Apparently Turkey was like, hey, you should get out of Syria or else we'll reveal this tape that was the journalist murder thing in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, see, I didn't hear about that part. I just heard that we're finally getting out.
Thorn may already be inside. Better
like
stick to the
everything
shadows.
in the world now, there's good and bad. But hey, it's the Tower of Wonder.
The shroud is in a chest that matches the key.
Alright, it's time to
Find it
assassinate
and
that
bring
lady.
it to me.
Halt! Escort to the keys. Halt!
Which admittedly seems pretty early
Queen
in the game
Victoria's
for this,
keys.
but you know.
First, Queen Victoria's keys, and all's well.
You're not with the Royal Guard. How many of you are there? Tell me.
Let me go. This is treason. Just you wait until I get out. There'll be
A
hell
little
to
over
pay.
halfway. I think this is sequence 6 or 7. It's not gonna tell me. Oh, wait, progress tracker is probably what I want. Yeah, sequence 6 of 9. Okay, so I guess I am like 2/3 of the way through.
Okay.
Let's have no more of that. She might be trouble. She looks like trouble.
Easy now.
Don't stand a chance.
Oh yeah, I have a sick key now. Gotta go.
You'll never outrun me. You are dead. I'm gonna finish you.
Pardon me. You run away now. Oops, excuse me. Lamp post getting in my way.
On me, miss. I see what you're up to. Don't make me come over there.
Also, having now mostly caught up on the last big done Marvel Spider-Man event thing.
Oh. Oh.
The end results are Spider-Man Noir got killed really dumb at the beginning to show everybody that, oh, it's serious this time around. And then kind of nothing else really happened. And then at the very end, everybody was like, alright, by the way, Otto Octavius is now cool. He can keep using Peter Parker's body.
Is someone out there?
Yes.
Fine. We're all cool
A
with him
friend.
now. Peter
Oh,
Parker
that's
said it's
good.
okay.
Say, friend, could you get
Also,
me out?
he's back in his own
God's off with
body,
the
but
key.
Otto also has a second clone Peter body. And Peter was like, it's cool. You can keep me in Spider-Man. And then Miles was like, yeah, it's cool. You can keep me in Spider-Man. Everybody was like, yeah. And then went home.
That's very weird.
It's really stupid.
Is that the one, what, with spiders, man?
Is what it is.
Yes.
And desecration
Great.
of the chapel. Miss Thorne told me to be grateful they didn't kill me outright.
Everybody loves spiders, man.
She's after an object of great power. She cannot be allowed to steal it.
Not the crown jewels.
Something much
Also, I
more
really like that I
important.
can just
We must
stand here
stop
and
her.
talk to this guy
I still
while
have
being
men loyal
invisible.
to me. I'll rally them.
Better keep an eye on her.
Right, miss. You feeling
All right,
fine?
gentlemen, we are facing an enemy we never expected.
Now I can get
Traitors in
these
our midst,
sick Tower
but
of
this
London
young woman
guards
is
with
our
the
ally
fun
and
hats.
knows them.
They're my bros now. Oops.
There's a suspicious-looking woman.
I require your help. Any news?
Are you my bro? You're not my bro. You my bro? Not my bro.
You know what to do.
The leader of the Rooks is in the vicinity.
Big fight. You guys have fun in your big fight. Excuse me. Oh, you! You! Oh, not you. I roundhouse kicked her to death.
So, you have murdered me after all. But what good will that do you? The shroud isn't here.
You sought a tool of healing in order to extend your own power.
Not mine. Ours.
Wow,
You are
she
so
seemed very easy to kill.
short-sighted.
A little bit.
You'd hoard power and never use
Is this
it,
just a level
when we
defense
would
type thing?
better the
I think
condition
so.
of humanity.
I think the other
You
part of it
never
is
find
I
a
have the
shroud.
ability that
You
instantly
have
puts someone
no
else on
idea
a
what it
near-death
truly
state
can
if I
do.
put someone in a near-death state. And
Oh.
because I accidentally
Tell me
popped
then.
the one guy, the next person I hit
No.
was her. There was a lot of skills working together in a way to make that look way easier than it probably should have been, but you know.
I need to sound the alarm. You'd best get yourself away before I do.
I appreciate that her weird frozen time final words is just no. I think all those other guards just left after that.
Yeah. Well, they're all fighting like the good guys, guards. Not that way. Where am I in the map, even? Oh, right, I'm in the Tower of London section of the map. I forgot. Because you never come back here again.
Of course not. Why would you?
Just this one time.
Yeah, clearly. They made this whole map just for the one mission.
Exactly.
Why would you come back to one of London's most famous places more than once? I'm saying there's not actually knowing if you come back.
Jacob and Evie don't.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
You never come back here again.
You haven't run into one of those yet, have you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you were, man, I was really not paying attention.
I killed 0 Royal Guards. Because I'm super cool.
Take this down. Then I want it sealed until you receive further orders. Miss Thorne. You supplied me with the means to secure London's future.
Also, this guy is very sad
The
that I
city
killed
thanks you.
his lady friend, I think.
The Order thanks you. I thank you.
Besides his cousin lady friend.
But the shroud can only be worn by one. Therefore, I hereby dissolve this partnership. I promise to endow you with an income into your old age. That is the most I can do. The Father of Understanding guide you.
Breaking off his thing with his
Yes,
lady
what
friend.
is it?
And now he's about to receive
Miss
the word
Thorne,
that
sir.
she died.
What of her?
I'm sorry, sir. She is dead.
It does make things simpler.
That's true.
Where is the key?
There was no key found on her body, sir.
Your desk didn't do anything, buddy.
Shroud will be mine, even if I have to raise hellfire to do it. Burn the letter.
You don't have to take out your aggression on your desk.
I mean, it's probably better than, like, shooting everybody like he usually does.
That's true.
That's real bad for your hands.
Also, all I can think of is that one bit from In Bruges about you don't take it out on the phone. It's an inanimate fucking object. You're an inanimate fucking object. In Bruges is very good.
I still really have to watch that someday.
You should.
It's been on my Netflix list for probably upwards of 2 years now.
It's very good.
One day I'll decide to actually watch it, and they'll remove it.
See, that was what I did. I was like, oh, I'll put this in my Netflix thing and watch it eventually. And then I actually watched it. But it took, like, I watched it on the car ride to Boston. I watched it, and Wind River, and Heat, and The Raid.
The Raid's pretty good.
The Raid's pretty good. Heat's pretty good, but I don't think Al Pacino is a very good actor.
I mean, have you seen him in The Devil's Advocate?
No.
Okay, you should watch his monologue from The Devil's Advocate. Because, do you want me to spoil something from The Devil's Advocate?
Is Al Pacino the devil?
Yes.
Great.
He has a big speech about God. It's real good. And by real good, I mean he's just hamming it up as hard as possible.
I mean, that's real good. I mean, to be fair, in Heat, he was hamming it up really hard as well.
I think that's just his style.
Oh, hey, I can
He's
go
incapable
do.
of not being
I can
a
go
ham.
do that thing. Do I have what? How much? Yeah, let's go over here to this, you know, weird part of the map that doesn't say anything weird.
Also, apparently Netflix removed Kubo and the Two Strings, and that is a bummer.
Yeah, I did not get the chance to watch that.
Bummer, the movie's really good.
The movie is well, I don't know, but I've heard it's really good. I like the version of While My Guitar Gently Weeps by Regina Spektor that's in that movie.
It's pretty good. The movie is depressing as fuck.
Nice.
But really good.
Okay, can I like just fast travel somewhere closer? Probably. I can! Haha!
They do have that weird 3D Astro Boy movie on Netflix.
You know who's in that movie?
Who?
Nicolas Cage.
Weird.
You know who he plays?
Who?
Dr. Tenma.
Sure. Man, the best Astro Boy anything is still the manga Pluto by the dude what made Monster. Because it's like, there was an old story in Astro Boy about, like, the strongest robot in the world. It was like a story arc thing. That was like, it was like this thing where people were trying to basically figure out, like, who the most powerful robot in the world was. And it was like, oh, talking to all these robots from all these different countries. And one of them was, like, a German robot. And Pluto is that story arc, but redone to be, like, way darker and more serious and, like, realistic. And a murder mystery, and the German robot is a detective, and it's following the German detective the entire time.
Great.
And it's so good.
And it's by the...
So good.
By the guy what did The Monster?
That. Yeah. Naoki Urasawa.
It's the one about the doctor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pluto manga is so fucked up. So good. If you were a dude what liked Binary Domain and Nier Automata, you should read that Pluto because it is so fucking good.
I like both those games.
How do you feel about robots with PTSD?
That sounds great.
Yeah, you should read Pluto. How do you feel about robots with PTSD, but also he's a German detective?
That sounds also great.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a music box just sitting here. I have to reset my... Oh, don't look at that. Don't look at what that says. Despite the fact that I've held on it, you know, a little bit earlier in the stream.
Don't worry.
Hey, this thing looks weird over here. There's just a sick lens flare. I wonder what could possibly be going on over here. Figure out where I can grapple to. The answer appears to be nowhere. Tons. Like that boat that just vanished into the draw distance.
Come closer, Cypher. Perhaps we have met before. Perhaps not.
Look at this cool
Search for an
effect.
artifact. Let me show you the truth.
Hold on, you're still just on the boat.
It's become anonymous.
The weird witch cloud thing.
Yeah.
Come closer. Sir Cypher.
That binary says something, but I don't remember what it says.
It's probably not important.
I think it's just spoiler of the name of the character that is about to show up.
Get out! You have to get out!
Hello. In the past, you hunt for one of my artifacts, but I come to you today to speak of the future.
They stole my
Follow
loading
Lydia
screen.
Fry. She will lead you to me.
So, remember how it was like, oh, Jacob gets the bonus damage with the brass knucks, and Evie gets the bonus damage with the cane sword.
Yes.
And nobody gets the bonus damage with the kukris.
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody. I was actually lying. Because she do.
I mean, how much do you actually even play as?
There's a decent, like, section here.
Okay.
You deactivate this generator.
Don't worry, it's just the generator acting up. I'll see to it.
Need some help?
Stop right there!
That's not very polite.
Even in these trying times, we must never forget the laws of common courtesy. Arms down.
This man with a very large cigar.
We appear to have been following the same trail, Miss Fry.
I got here first.
Indeed, you are to be commended. I fear, however, that we have not wholly rooted out the evil in this
This
vicinity.
baby Winston Churchill.
There's another radio.
Accompany me, if you would be so kind. The second device must be found, or new waves of Zeppelins will soon blanket the heavens.
Short on soldiers, are we?
If you could put your considerable talents to good use at Tower Bridge, you would have the thanks of a brave but beleaguered nation.
I would settle for the right to vote.
Zingers!
I don't know what young Winston Churchill would like, so.
I mean, look at how crazy this is in the fun Victorian Industrial Revolution game. And now we're in...
Fun.
Now in World War I.
What's fun about Victorian London? It's the least fun place on Earth. They hated fun. It's like the hallmark of their entire civilization is a hatred of fun.
Also, like, this section is just... See, like, there's this whole area here. There's a whole other borough with activities and everything to take over.
Do you have to go kidnap a guy here, too?
I don't think so.
Okay. No kidnapping Nazis?
This is still about 30 years too early for Nazis, but...
I like to just jump forward to World War II. Also, I was reading more stuff about the Naoki Urasawa guy. Because he did, you know, obviously he did other stuff besides Monster and Pluto. One of which was a manga that was just called Billy Bat. Which I've never read, but I know it involved like weird time travel shenanigans. And I just found a page of what appears to be Hitler asking Einstein to send him back in time so he gets accepted into the Art Academy. So that World War II never happens.
Okay.
Yep.
Here's Lydia, she's cool. Here's Winston Churchill, he's a dude. I think the data that I've been looking for is in here somewhere, in this zone.
Keep quiet, you lot, or you'll end up in the river. You even know who we're working for.
Oh, that's a hiding spot. Now we fight.
You were on. Give my regards to the devil.
Okay, yeah, no, she doesn't have skills. I thought she had skills, but she does not have skills. Or she already has all of the skills that she gets. She's basically kind of like a blend of Evie and Jacob as far as skills go.
She's the balanced one.
Basically.
It makes sense.
Getting closer. The radio's close to the river. I need more than this.
Time to run away. Just look at this cool lighting. It's very pretty, war-torn London. Which is a weird thing to describe as pretty, but you know.
Bringing the lighting and everything to be really nice. eyes just look good with a fiery glow.
It's true.
Hell are anyone these days.
Hello. Going through like all my medicine. All my medicine.
Clever. The radio's in the bridge itself. North Tower. I should drop by and say hello.
Alright, the evil radio is just on the bridge. That's a problem. So let's go take care of this problem. Let's climb this fancy bridge. I like how avoid being shot by, or avoid in avoid being shot by snipers is capitalized. It's important. It's a thing that I like to avoid. I find that being shot by snipers is a wholly unpleasant experience.
It's rough. Less fatal than you would expect in a video game.
But it does hurt.
It does.
Like a lot.
I'll gut you like a fish! After it!
Sir, excuse me. But I'm up here and I don't want to go down. Oh hey, there's a party over here.
By our own. You'll have to do better. I want her eating, not broken. She's a bit.
Unfortunately, we're too far away.
It is done, sir.
Let us postpone celebrations. One of the bloody blips has broken
Oh
through.
no, a Zeppelin.
Not to worry. I have a contingency plan.
assures me you have operated one before.
Mr. Churchill is
Mr. Churchill assures that you've operated one before.
Our shells
Because I
won't make a
am
dent in
like,
the
wait,
sand.
which side do I get in? That's true. Years ago, I have done something.
Over there! They're coming for us!
Oh, the boats.
Where were you boarding? Fight them off! Take her!
You know, there have been like the Brotherhood one was pretty good. Like where you have like the mounted gun on the back of like a horse chariot thing.
This doesn't seem terrible.
This isn't bad, but it's still just like, man.
Shooting down zombies.
It's true. It's also at least better than the turret sequence in RE5, or RE5 rather. I almost said the turret sequence in RE4. I don't think that game has a turret sequence. I could be wrong. The scariest turret sequence. Oh boy. Checkpointing.
Mr. Churchill assures me you have operated one before.
Mr. Churchill is wrong.
Don't you love the turret sequence start over from the very beginning?
Clear the sky of flames and let our boys intercept it!
You know we have more about this other language result in that thing. Man, that thing gets nuts.
Right. Okay.
Sounds like the most thing ever. It's just reading the first chapter like way back.
Fight them off!
That seems very odd.
I mean, most of the stuff that makes is pretty odd. I think Pluto is no straightforward thing he made because it's like a storyline.
this again. Final wave. At least we got here really quickly.
Heartwarming sight, Miss Fry.
Your remarkably armed boat deserves a share of recognition.
One of my experimental projects when I was Lord of the Admiralty. I haven't always been a man of shadows.
And I suppose this victory will thrust you back into the limelight.
We may have struck a blow against the enemy, but London is still riddled with German agents. Currently, there's a new group, unlike anything I've seen before. Theirs is a fanatical, almost religious fervor.
And you believe I'm the woman to flush them out?
Indeed. I dare not approach Mr. Asquith without firmer evidence, but I believe they pose an immediate threat. If you concede to this, I give you my word that once I've battled my way back into Parliament, I shall see if something can't be done about your request. As you are aware, a vote can be far more lethal than a bullet.
Timely,
or a blade.
Winston Churchill. Timely.
He's still weird looking.
A little bit. Anyway, hey, what's up, Space Lady?
Once I walked the earth as you do. I was born to the Illuminat caste in the city of Phaon in the year 2195.
She was born in the Illuminat caste.
I'm sorry,
Now
what?
I travel the vast corridors of your
You heard me.
machines, adrift here within the grave. But I grow stronger. The world is nearly ready for my return. And so I have summoned you to this war-torn simulation to tell you a story. It is our story.
What? No, it's so cool. Later, Space Lady. Anyway. That'll do it for the Assassin's Creed Syndicate for the moment. We're just we're gonna synchronize this viewpoint and then call it a stream.
And stay in the future past for a bit.
Stay in World War I for a bit. Because this is a very weird side thing that's actually pretty cool.
I didn't realize it was a long section. I thought it was just like a mission or two and then you pop out.
No, it's like they redid like a section of the open world.
Okay.
All up in the World War I.
Yeah, I was under the impression that this was just like a side activity. Like almost like a collectible in and of itself, like you just popped in and out of these missions and did a few and you're done.
Nope.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
When we come back,
tonight.
that'll This game is long.
It's pretty long.
Although also we're spending way more time in it because I like it. But anyway.
Yeah, there's been less off-screen grinding, more on-screen grinding.
Yeah. Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.